Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Rose, and if you have been struggling with classroom management, it's only October, but I know how chaotic a classroom could be. I myself am currently struggling with some classes, and here are the tips and tricks that I have used and have completely turned my classroom environment around. And so if you find yourself struggling and you just cannot get a handle on your classroom management, stay tuned, because hopefully these strategies are something that will make the world of a difference in your classroom environment. If you haven't already, please make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I predominantly post videos that are all about teaching. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of fashion and a little bit of makeup. It's really all the things that I love, but my passion and my heart is truly behind teaching and helping new teachers, struggling teachers, and also veteran teachers, just reminding us of all of those go-to basic strategies that make our classrooms thrive. So without further ado, strategies to improve your classroom environment. The first thing is protocols. Now, you may already be thinking, I have certain protocols for certain things. Students come in, they do a warm-up, then we go into the mini lesson, but truly, those are really routines. They're not protocols. Protocols are the actual steps that you want students to follow for every single portion of your lesson. What does answering a do now or a warm-up question look like? What does putting homework away look like? Are they putting it in a bin in the front of the room, in the back of the room? Are they doing that in the beginning of the class? Are they doing it at the end of the class? What does transition time look like? Do you have a certain strategy for transition time? How do you get students' attention? Are you screaming over them so that you can get their attention? Are you using bells or chimes? Are you using music? Are you using a clapping system like I use? I clap 3 times and they clap back. But the truth is, there should be a protocol for everything. How do students ask to go to the bathroom? How do they ask for water? How do they ask when they want to participate? There is supposed to be a routine and structure and protocol for every single thing in your classroom. When students want to go to the bathroom in my class, they hold up 2 fingers. This allows me to know that student likes to go to the bathroom. They don't interrupt instruction or a discussion to then say, can I go to the bathroom? I give them eye contact, I nod my head. Sometimes I'll tell them somebody is out when they come back. And so they know that's what bathroom means. If students want to participate, they raise their hands up. There is something that they've adopted from elementary school, because I teach 6th graders predominantly, but I also implement these strategies with my 9th graders. And for some reason in elementary school, when they were finished with a question or an assignment, they would put thumbs up. I've never taught my students that, but they do it as an indicator in one particular class. One student started it and everyone started to do it. And you know what? I was like, hey, that's a protocol that a teacher used in another school. That student is confident with it and it works with everyone else. So I let it rock. I let it happen. And I quickly realized, oh, they're letting me know they're done with the assignment. Cool. But you need to have protocols for every single thing that happens in your room. If there is no protocol for it, students will just assume what they are supposed to do. And if it's not what you anticipated, what you envisioned for your classroom, then you truly can't get mad at them, because you have not yet shown them the behavior that you want them to display. Second thing, give students opportunities to practice these protocols. I love doing role playing in my classroom. I do this a lot in the beginning of the school year, but just recently I had to do this with one particular class. Okay, everyone, what does it look like when we're actively listening? What does it look like when we're having a conversation with our classmates about the lesson? What does it look like when we're working? What does it look like when we ask to use the bathroom? Give students opportunities to practice. And I like to do this all of the time. It doesn't matter the day, it doesn't matter where we are in the lesson. Oftentimes I'll use it as a teaching moment. If I see something that's a little in disarray, and for me, the chaos of the classroom really impacts me quickly, I'll stop and I'll just say, hey everyone, can I just see what does it look like? And then they all start doing it. I was like, oh, so then why is it that I see some students doing this? And then they'll all chuckle and stuff. I said, okay, so you know what the expectation is. I want to see you do it. I'll stop the lesson sometimes and I'll just say, oh, turn to your neighbor really quickly and talk about your favorite music artist. They start talking and then I clap 3 times to get their attention and they clap back. Give them opportunities to practice, okay? It has to become a routine and it has to become natural for your students as well. If you told them just once or twice, how are they supposed to remember? How often do you remember something that was told to you once or twice? It requires repetition. So include in your lesson plans opportunities for students to practice the protocols that you have set before them. Number 3, if those 2 things fail, model the behavior that you want from your students. I love doing this all of the time. The students find it hilarious because I do exaggerate a little bit and I'll act like them. And I need water. Can I go to the bathroom? Or my laptop died. All of the things that happen during class time. And I will imitate what I don't want them to do, and then I will imitate what I do want them to do for every portion. So for example, when they were coming in from phys ed into my 7th period class, it was madness, complete madness. They're talking to you so up close and they're in your face, they're asking for water, they're breathing heavy, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Everyone sit down. The first 2 minutes of class, no one should be saying anything besides, hi, how are you? But I don't need any concerns, okay? For the first 2 minutes, everyone sit down in their seat, find where you belong, take out your belongings. And so when a verbal explanation did not work and they came in the same day acting the same way, I paused the class, I imitated it, I walked in, I showed them how they were acting, I showed them then what I wanted from them, and then I said, everybody get up. Pack up your things, go in the hallway. Of course, it was like, oh my God, do we have to? Yes, we have to. And we will do this as many times as it takes until I see an organized classroom. It's not to micromanage their behavior, but that chaotic energy then transfers into almost every portion of the lesson. And so they imitated it. They thought it was so funny. And it was like, okay, now you know what is expected. Now you can use that in future days where you said, remember when we practiced this? Remember when we practiced this? What was the behavior that you showed? Final tip, work with other teachers in streamlining the same expectations. I work with the health teacher. Her and I just have a very similar classroom management style. We're both stern, but we're warm at the same time. And a lot of the strategies that she implements, a lot of the hand signals that she uses, I use as well. And so students aren't confused when they're going into your room and then somebody else's room. It's like, wait, what was this? And what was I supposed to do? And then that also can get overwhelming, especially for students who now are in middle school and they're dealing with so much transition. You want your classroom to be a place of stability and for them to know what is expected, okay? That can also add to anxiety and chaos even within themselves when they just have no idea what is happening. So work with other staff members, streamline these expectations. If there's something that you're struggling with and you don't have a protocol for it, ask a teacher that you admire, that you know has strong classroom management skills. Ask them, what is your protocol? How do you transition from this activity to another? And then if it's something that you like, something that connects with your teaching style, adopt it and use it. It's so much better for the students to have similar expectations and also for you to be able to incorporate structure in your classroom. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. These are 4 very simple but life transformation tips within the classroom if you implement them. Remember, as always, you must practice these things. The idea is that practice will allow students to repeat the behavior, and then you have opportunities to adjust things that need to be adjusted. But you have to be consistent. You have to make sure that when you see behavior that you don't like or that was not something that you shared with them, that you call it out and you have them practice, okay? So that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Again, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, share my channel with other people. I've gotten so much feedback that my videos are so helpful for new teachers. And so if there is anything that I shared, not just in this video, but with others, that you think would be helpful to a peer or someone that you know is currently in school to be a teacher, please share my channel with them. I do my best to provide practical tips. And so that's pretty much it, you guys. I will see you in the next video.